Okay, hello there, I'm Dennis. In this video, we're going to install OpenBSD 7.0. We're going to install a Mate desktop on top of OpenBSD7. So we'll come back to that. I've got it set up in my virtual box. I've given it 2 cores of my processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM. I've turned the video memory all the way up. We're going to use the standard default video graphics controller. And I give it a 66 gigabyte virtual hard disk. I did not enable the EFI. We're going to be booting in the legacy mode. We'll get Control C to put that in scaled mode. Try to keep this toward the center. These are just my install notes that I've posted and have been seen on the videos that I've done on OpenBSD. And we got to our prompt here. Let me get to it. So the first prompt, I put install. Choose your keyboard layout, US, but default is US. Host name. OpenBSD Mate. Network interface, EM0. We're going to use auto-comp or auto-configure. We're not going to do IPv6. And we're done with the interface. We're going to password for the root account. And we're going to start SSH by default. Do I expect to run the X Windows system? The answer is yes, although you don't have to type them in. When you see them in the brackets, that's the default. And so for the next one, it says, do you want the X Windows system or XENODM to be started by XENODM? And I'm going to say no. That is the default there. We're going to set up a user here. Full name for Dennis. And password for Dennis. Allow root SSH login. I'm going to say yes, even though this is a VM. All right, here you got US Central is selected by default, and that is correct for me in my location. But if you didn't know, you could type a question mark in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now you'll see America is the second one from the left down there, so I'm going to type in America. And then question mark, I meant to do that. Here's the time zones in America. Central from Chicago is in Central, and that's good. So I'm going to say Chicago. Oops, I got to spell it right. And there we go. So now we're to the disk partitioning. So if you didn't know where your state and time zone or country and time zone and all that was, that's how you get it. I'm not sure I ever showed that. I've explained it, but I never have shown it. Now you've seen it. The root disk is WD0 in this virtual box. I'm going to type in a W for using the whole disk. So by default, it's going to go A. All right, locations of set is done. Path name to the sets. Do I want to continue anyway? Yes. Now it's installing those sets. We'll come back to the sets when we get it. I want to get the base installation going and then start installing the Mate desktop. Then we'll go back over to the web browser and go over a little bit about OpenBSD and Mate desktop, mostly about OpenBSD. This won't take but a second. Well, it'll take about 2 minutes maybe. And depends on your internet speed and the speed of their server at the point that you're trying to get it. So the Mate desktop on OpenBSD. Mate's a nice desktop. What I did was I went and did a little research, and I found that you're going to be lacking a lot of programs, and I found some of the ones that were missing, and I got a pretty good desktop going on there. X font. The last one is Xserve 70. There it goes. Locations of sets. We're done. Whoops. Get back over here on the right one. Now again, you don't have to type this in because it is default in brackets done. Time appears wrong. Do we want to set it just like it says? It is right. Hit enter. All right, that's it. That's the base installation of OBS 7.0. OpenBSD 7.0 OBS. It would be OBSD. When this gets through, we'll reboot. We'll run syspatch. Our ISO, our newly installed system, it'll install those patches. And as soon as we get to a right screen here, I'm going to just power off and remove the ISO. Yeah. Right there. Left click on it. Let's remove it. Let's start. There we go. Okay. That's our base installation. So as root, we're going to need to run syspatch, but root is not, you don't have any root access at this point. Only thing we can do is sign in as our user or just sign in as root. But I'm going to sign in as my user just to make sure that the user is there and it works. And then I'll sign as root or super user and run syspatch. And it's going to tell us to update or reboot. Installing Intel firmware. You got to admit, OpenBSD installs very easily. It's actually one of the easier installs, I believe. You can see by my network manager right here, or monitor, it's really doing some exchanges, incoming and outgoing traffic, checking for available binary packages. And again, you can see right here that it's a lot of action going on there. Let's get back in that window. We're going to log in as my user, give it my password. Okay, now I'm going to sign in as root and run syspatch. Can't apply patches while reorder kernel is running. Huh. Never seen that before. Syspatch. Well, whatever. Looks like it's working now. And this will take a few minutes. Again. I don't know what that was about though. It must have still been doing something in the kernel by the time I must have been too fast for it. Not a chance. That didn't take as long as I thought it might. So you can see there are some system patches, security patches. And we're going to be told to reboot to reload the new kernel. Or relink the new kernel. While that is working there, we can go back over here. You can see we just run syspatch. Now, if you want to just upgrade all of the programs that you've installed, pkg_add space u or space -u. Okay, reboot to load the new kernel. So reboot. And I'm signed in as root, so I don't have to do anything but give the command. And I think we can go right over here as soon as I get these going. Sorry. This is a list of all the packages I'm going to get for the Mate desktop. We'll log in as Dennis. Give it my password. I'm going to sign in as root. Give it my password. And let's clear the screen, make more room. Now, pkg underscore add the mate-desktop. Actually, I'm going to just be quiet, type these in. I'll pause the video and I'll come back when I'm finished. Okay, so if I got it all spelled right, it should just go to installing. And we'll go over here and see once it gets started. There we go. I got the Mate desktop, Mate notification-daemon, mate-terminal, mate panel. Actually, I wrote that in there twice. I knew I did. Let me get that out of there. So I'll make the same mistake again. Mate panel, Mate session manager, Mate icon theme, mate-control-center, mate-calc, caja, mate extras, slim themes, firefox, gimp, vlc, libreoffice, nano, mate media, mate menus, mate policy kit, polkit, mate-screensaver, and mate-settings-daemon. All right, so now let's go over to the web browser because this is obviously going to take a minute. So this is OpenBSD.org. And one of the things that I would like to point out here, if you go down where it says art and merchandise and you click on that, it open up this link right here. And I know Linux and Unix likes free and all of that, but you know, these guys are doing a wonderful job, and I recommend getting you some. This is not all they've got here. Go apparel and see what they have. I mean, if you want to donate, but you want to get something out of your money or for your money, a good value, this is a great thing to have on their webpage. I like that. Here we got the OpenBSD frequently asked question installation guide, and here will take you to a lot of places. I'll scroll down here, find the sets. Here we go. There's only two sets. Only two sets are required: the BSD and the base 70.tgz. Those are the only two that's actually required. And you can go back and add these later or take them away, whatever. So that's what I was saying a while ago. And here's a really intricate, detailed installation guide. It goes into great detail about every single step. Now, I will say this, it's dated. I'm not sure all the information I've read in here is correct. I can't find a specific date on it, but what we can do, where was that at? Where was that at? There was something on here that referred to a specific OpenBSD release. And I should have highlighted it or something because I obviously can't find it now. But it was version 6.6, I do believe. And we're all the way up to 7.0. So, you know, I mean, it may not be years and years behind, but it is a little bit behind. Okay, and XENODM, for those that do choose to use it, it is available and it is configurable. And I mean, there's an entire, I'll put this link in the description or in the titles. There's an entire, that is a lot of information dedicated to just understanding and being able to edit your display manager if you use the XENODM. All right. I knew I had installed in OpenBSD 6.9, I had installed this package manager, pkg_mgr. But try as I might, I cannot find it. It's not available in the local repositories at this point. And, you know, you might go to, I'll put this in the description. And if you're interested, go take a look at it and see what you can come up with. It seemed like a pretty nice one. I remember that. It was a little difficult to navigate, but once you figured out what it was happening and followed this guide, it was very easy. So we're putting the Mate desktop environment. The Mate desktop environment is the continuation of GNOME 2. It provides an intuitive and interactive desktop environment using traditional metaphors for Linux and other Unix-like operating systems. Mate is under active development to add support for new technologies while preserving a traditional desktop experience. And there's quite a bit of information here. This is those are all official distributions that it's available via the official repositories for the following Linux distribution, big long list, and you don't see BSD. Maybe you prefer Unix, and it doesn't list specifically OpenBSD, but it works just the same. And it gives you some more information about Mate, where it name come from, how to pronounce it. Mate. That's pretty neat. Let's see where we're at here. Probably going to just pause the video because this will take a little while. That's a lot of stuff we just asked for. I think I can close that back up now. Go to what we're going to do next. Bring this back over to the middle a little bit closer. And I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back. All right, I'm going to go back to the web page real quick. And this on the Mate here, this is where I come up with some of those programs that we just installed with supports. Let's see where I can find it again here. Maybe it was this. Yeah. Clicked on install guidelines and it says BSD right there, but when you click on it, there's only one mention of me at BSD. Useful Mate desktop sudo apt install Mate environment, desktop environment. Where I found a lot of that software is, let's see, components, libraries, maybe? Nope, components. Yep, I looked up every one of these and seen if they were available or not. And the ones that were available is in my list. And this is the components that make up a complete Mate desktop. There was a couple of them. Mate netbook. I don't think I even wanted to try that. That's why I didn't put it there. But there was several there wasn't many, but at least 3, I think. Applets, I didn't get that. I think that might come in. They've been used the netbook. Sensors applet, that was not in the repos. So that's 3. Mate utils, we got that. So that's how I come up with that list. Let's see where we're at here. Firefox. Okay, so that finally got finished here. We can move on to the next stage. So now we got to do a little update or editing, and we're already in root. So nano period xinit rc. And in here we're going to say exec mate-session. Yep. And then we're going to Control O to write it out, enter to confirm, Control X to get out of there, Control L clear the screen. All right. We're going to do something very similar. Home Dennis / dot xinit rc. And we're going to repeat what we put in the other one, Mate session. All right. Control O to write it out, enter to confirm, Control X get out of there, Control L to clear that screen. Now we're going to go into our xrc local. So nano xrc .local. And in here, we're going to put /user /local /bin slim -d. Okay, Control O to write it out, enter to confirm, Control X to get out of here, and let's clear the screen. All right, let's see what else we got to do. All right, now we're going to go in our rc.conf file. Let's see, rc.conf, and we're going to add at the bottom. Right here, we're going to add pkg _ scripts equals double quotes dbus _daemon space avahi _daemon in double quote. Looks right. Now we're going to dbus _enable equals capital yes. Okay, that all looks correct. Control O, enter, Control X. Control L, clear the screen. Now we need to add ourselves to some groups. Right now, if we do groups, dentist, you'll see I'm in the dentist group and in the wheel group. We need to add ourselves to some other groups. So usermod --G. We're going to put ourselves in the operator dentist. All right, up arrow that back. Replace operator with staff. Up arrow that back. Replace staff with games. Totally not necessarily. And replace games with users. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and configure doas. We don't have sudo even installed, so we're going to utilize doas. So let's configure it. So we're going to go nano etc doas.conf. That is correct. Now we're going to say permit persist keepenv and the username. Permit persist keep in environment and dentist. Control O, enter, Control X, Control L. All right, I believe that's it. Yes, sir, that's it. All right, we ought to be able to reboot. Exec mate-session, bin slim D. Yep, I believe we can reboot. Let's do that. Reboot. And we should reboot into our boot into slim. Let's go ahead and minimize that. We'll get out of full screen mode here. Or get out of scaled mode, I'm sorry. And bear with the size of it so we can get to our proper resolution. This is the moment we've been waiting for, and this is the moment that you're a little anxious. Here we go. Looks like we got success. So we do. Username, Dennis. Press enter. Give it the password. Press enter. We want to see that mate session. I see it. I see it. All right. Let's go system, preferences, look and feel. Screensaver, appearance, nope, personal, hardware, displays, maybe. Get a proper resolution there. Look for 1440 by 9, that'll work. Say, keep it. Thank you. close that out. All right, right on. And there's a nice Mate desktop. And it's laid out just like any other Mate desktop, because it is. We got under accessories, we got the Grandpa Archive Manager, Mate Calculator we asked for, the font viewer, Mate search tool, caja, take a screenshot, that's pretty nice, education, LibreOffice Math, under graphics, we got the gimp that we asked for, LibreOffice Draw, we got internet, we got Firefox, Office, we got the LibreOffice suite, sound and video, we got VLC, we got sound. We're going to turn on the default sound, system theme, hardware, input, output. And it's only got one output device because it is in a VM. So back to the sound and video, system tools, there's caja, Mate disk user, system monitor. Let's go to processes. This is OpenBSD_Mate. Oh, that was the host name. MPT2, Mate 1.26. Processes, resources. We're using 780 megs of RAM on a fresh boot. Our file system is there. Nice. So really, first thing you should do, again, is let's change that. I can't see it. Profiles. Over where I can move it to see it. Colors. Let's go there. That's even better right there already. It's better than it was. We can get it. We can make it bigger though, or different. I just want to get it started here. Let's see. Where's size? Here we go. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Now we can see it. So we did configure do as. Let's use it. Do as sys patch. Should ask me for my password. And it did. And there's nothing available. So if we wanted to do as pkg_add space -u, that would go through all of the software that's available on your machine or installed on your machine and update it if necessary. A word of warning, if you run that, it's going to take a little while, especially if you've been using it for a while and you've got a lot of software installed. One thing I wanted to see, let's see, do as, I don't need do as to run. pkg info space -q cups. Didn't recall seeing cups being installed. Yep, let's see. Cups, yeah, cups libraries is. So you'd have to install cups in order to get your printer to work. And it does, it's not installed, but those are available. Nice. So that's how you install the Mate desktop on top of OpenBSD7 7.0. I guess I'm gonna, well, let's finish the menu. It was in system tools. We just opened up the monitor. We have the terminal. Places, this would be your home folders and desktop, stuff like that. Under preferences, got hardware, displays, keyboard, mouse, time and date manager. Internet, we have network proxy. Look and feel, we have the appearance, the screensaver and Windows, personal. We got about me. You could change your password there. Graphical way to do that. Won't let me change that picture though. That's all right. Well, you want to close? Close. Close, I say. forced to quit. Let's see, where was that at? Under personal, about me, assistive technologies, file management, preferred applications, startup applications, the control center, which would be like a settings panel, about Mate, lock screen, bring up the open about me, Mate desktop environment 1.26, and under the control center, here's where you got all your granular options that you can change, config files, screensaver for the Mate desktop, that's there. It does have some stuff in it. Make it random. Close that out for now. Startup applications, change the theming. Yep, let's put it on that darker one there just to see a little difference. Yeah, I like it. I don't like this, and I would change that. Guess I had that open twice. That looks a lot better. See if they got any desktop backgrounds. Well, they got one that's not Mate. Let's leave that there. Let's close it. Leave that there. Yeah, there we go. That's the Mate desktop on top of OpenBSD. That's your full-fledged operating system now, I do believe. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on another video. Peace out, guys. Bye.